Hey guys, this is Ghost Queen. Now, it's been a hot minute since I've done a doll review, but that's just because I haven't really found any dolls that I necessarily like or want to buy. And just recently, I finally did find some that I wanted. And they're right here. I don't know if they'll show up on camera, but ta-da! Now, I know these were released quite a while back, but I didn't think that they would get released in Japan, but they did, and I'm absolutely ecstatic. I wasn't too impressed by any of the student dolls. Their costumes were really cheaply made, and I didn't really like how they looked. But I did see photographs of the teachers on Instagram, and I thought, wow, those are actually quite nice for a Playline doll. So I saw that they had McGonagall and Dumbledore at the store, so I decided to get them. And as you can see, they were on sale, which was amazing. They were really not that expensive at all for a doll in Japan, so especially an imported doll. So yeah, I was quite excited to get these. Currently, the only teachers in the line, I believe, are McGonagall and Dumbledore, but honestly, I really hope they release Severus Snape in the future, because he is one of my favorite fictional characters of all time. Hey, there's proof of that right here. This is my one of my folders for my drawings, and I have that. But anyway, I hope they release him, and I hope that they also branch out into the Fantastic Beasts category as well, because Newt Scamander is also one of my favorite characters, and if they have a Playline doll for him, I would be over the moon. Alright, that's enough rambling. Let's see, which one should I unbox first? Let's start with Dumbledore. Alright, so there were some technical difficulties with keeping his glasses on. Basically, I just have a rubber band around his head, like a headband, and I have these tight parts near his ears, and I just shoved the glasses on there, and the rubber band holds it in place. I'm gonna have to think of a way to stick his hat in place so it doesn't fall off, but for now, I've just got this. He honestly really looks like, he honestly low-key looks really handsome without his glasses on, but then when he puts his glasses on, like his handsomeness powers have been concealed, and he's back to being the kindly old wizard that he is. And I feel really weird for calling Albus Dumbledore handsome, but whatever, let's just move on from that. So in box, his knees were like kind of bent like this. And I believe that's just because the boxes are all the same size as the kids, and they fit the kids quite perfectly, but the adults are taller than the kids. So I believe that Albus Dumbledore is probably the tallest doll in the line currently. So he has his knees bent. And I'm gonna leave the rubber band with the wand on. And I believe this doll is fully articulated. He can move at the head, although the beard kind of obstructs his movements. And I'm just going to leave the hat off because it's kind of a pain to keep it on. And he does have joints at the elbows. He's got a little muscle there. And I really like how sculpted the hands are. They kind of look like an old person's hands, as opposed to any of the Ever After High dolls that I have, where it's just a smooth hand shape. You can see the veins and stuff like that, and I really like that little detail. He also has knee joints. I wonder if he has ankles. Let's see. He does not, but it doesn't really matter because he has boots on, and I don't think I'll need ankles to pose too much. They're probably one of the lower priority joints. He's quite cool. What he looks like standing up, and because he's a male doll, male dolls tend to be able to stand up on their own a little bit better because they're more solidly built, and they have flat feet, flat, wide feet. And so, yeah, I kind of wish that his beard was rooted instead of sculpted. Kind of looks odd with his rooted hair, but I guess it couldn't be helped. He is supposed to be a toy for kids, so I guess it can't be helped. The back isn't that detailed, but I do like the fabric, and there is printed detail, but it's, the hat fell off again. It is detail that makes sense to be printed, and it's a sewn on piece. It's not printed on to the purple fabric, like in one piece. It's like a printed ribbon that's sewn on to the purple robe underneath, which is a much better improvement compared to the student dolls. Like, they have everything printed and it's just terrible. But as you can see, Dumbledore has separate pieces sewn together, so it's not like a purple robe with black sleeves printed on, and I do like this detail. Unfortunately, the purple robe and the velvet robe are all one piece, but it's honestly a whole lot better executed than the student characters, which is why I decided to get him over them. Next up, we have McGonagall. Alright, so I'm just gonna put aside her hat because I feel like it's gonna keep falling off just like Dumbledore's. It was packaged separately from her, and it really doesn't have much going on for it. It's just loosely sculpted. There's no color whatsoever. I might paint the feathers later just to make it look a little bit more interesting and match her outfit a little bit more. I do like how she looks, though. I think she's quite well sculpted. I kind of wish she had glasses, but she doesn't. But I just feel like McGonagall looks better with glasses. Maybe I'll make something for her in the future, I don't know. Her dress is also quite interesting, and there's no printed on details. There's just these pieces that are made out of printed fabric, but again are separate from all the other pieces. And like Dumbledore, her dress and her robe are all one piece, and there are some ties that I forgot to snip. I'll just do that. Get rid of them real quick. Alright. And yeah, the dress and the robe are all one piece, but I'm not too bothered by it because it actually looks quite good. And most of the robe is made out of sort of a velvety type fabric. There's another tie buried in here. Got that taken care of. Her hands are also detailed like Dumbledore's, which I do like. I think these two are like my first elderly dolls, which is quite cool. Like Dumbledore, she is articulated at the arms, the wrist, the knee, and I seriously doubt her ankles are articulated at all. Yeah, they're not. They're not too largely inclined. They're actually quite flat, and the shoes just have very slight heels. Face is also pretty nicely detailed. There weren't that many left at the store, but I did my best to find one that has even eyes, because Dumbledore has glasses to hide that, but McGonagall does not, so I tried to do my best, and I think I did pretty good. This is what McGonagall looks like standing up, and she's she can't really stand up on her own because, again, her feet are smaller and she's a little bit top heavy with the hat. I did put it on her to see how it looks, and I did have some trouble cramming her bun in there, but it did work. I don't think I'll display her with it on. I don't think I can put her on a stand either because of how her robe is made and the sleeves are like sewn onto the sides. It makes for a cool silhouette, but it's not very practical for a doll stand. So I'm gonna have to have her sitting down. So, future ghost here, just popping in because I realized that was literally all I filmed for this video and I totally forgot to address my final thoughts. Yeah, so overall I really do like at least the professors for this new Harry Potter doll line. Well, it's not new anymore, is it? They already have more waves. I really hope they make other professors in the future. I know that they made other students, notably Draco Malfoy, but I'm really not interested in him either, so I don't think I'll be getting him. But I really hope they make the likes of Snape, or even if they go into Fantastic Beasts territory, I really hope they make Newt Scamander. I have a feeling I mentioned that earlier in this video, but like I said, it's been over a month since I filmed the original part of this video, so I have no idea. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and if you're one of those people who wants to stick around and listen to some channel updates, stick around to the next part of this video, but that is all for the fun part. So I've put the camera on a stand, and I also have Guzma and Arya there just so you have something more interesting to look at while I ramble around about what's been going on. First of all, if I sound a little weird, I caught a cold. I'm doing okay, I'm getting better, but it does make me sound absolutely ridiculous. Also, I got a camera, and this one has better controls on lighting and such. So even if I film when it's nighttime like it is now, it's actually much brighter than my old camera. So that's pretty good. I don't know if I'll constantly use this camera because it's really heavy and kind of hard to work with, but it is really nice and I feel like the video quality will be slightly better than my previous one. So I don't know, I'll experiment. Now for the actual important parts on what's been going on recently. I did abruptly stop making videos. That wasn't anything bad happening. It was just orientation week at my college. Yes, your girl is going to college now. Even I can't believe it. Time does fly. I think when I started this channel, I was on like, my second year of high school or something, if I remember correctly. I think I was 14. When I started this? No, I started YouTube in general when I was either 13 or 14, didn't I? I don't remember anymore, but yeah. So things are going in a drastically different direction for me right now, and YouTube is definitely not a top priority. Don't worry guys, I'm not saying you guys aren't important, I'm just saying that I can't constantly make videos anymore, at least not during school. So yeah, videos are gonna be a thing, but it's gonna be a lot slower because of the amount of time and effort that I need to put into filming and editing all of these, and that time and effort is just not something I have right now. So unfortunately, there are going to be much fewer videos. I do have a few pre-filmed content, but it's not enough to make one video, unfortunately. I'm working on finishing up that Azra cosplay. I have all the supplies to make the base of it, like at least make the next video at least. I do have enough supplies for that, but like I said, I just don't have the time to sit down and do anything anymore. So yeah, it's just a lot's been going on. If you guys follow me on Instagram, there was something that happened on there that was not as positive, but it's not that much of a big deal. I have it under control now, and it's fine. But you will also know that I am going on hiatus on Instagram for at least until the first week of October. I don't know if I can come back after that, but I will try. I have been drawing in the very little free time that I have right now, and hopefully after the hiatus is over, if I'm feeling better, I'll be able to post those. But yeah, thank you guys for being patient and sticking around. Another thing that I want to address is the whole YouTube Kids content situation. As you all know, I make a lot of content that could be considered kids content, even though a majority of my audience is over the age of 14, which should be considered a teenage demographic rather than a child's demographic, especially since most of my stuff has been geared towards the Arcana versus Pokemon at the moment, and that is definitely not child content, but still the manner in which I post videos is child friendly. Therefore, it's possible that YouTube would consider it children's material because YouTube is stupid. Unfortunately, I can't do anything to stop them from that, but I never thought I would say this in this context, but fortunately I'm not monetized. So they can't do diddly squat to me or my content, because the only thing that rule affects is monetization. And yes, monetization would be nice, but I don't know what else to post on here. Cause I can make my content like quote-unquote adult content by saying fuck every 5 seconds, but like, I don't want to do that. I even censored it, you know? So I'm going off on a tangent here because that rule pisses me off more than anything, because it feels like they're throwing innocent creators under the bus for their own mistakes and for the mistakes of not so innocent creators, you know? So yeah, I'm just going off on a tangent because of how much that new policy pisses me off, but in case you guys were wondering, no, it does not affect me whatsoever, so, you know. But yeah, I myself am maturing, believe it or not, and, yeah, things are changing for me, so it is possible that my content will take a turn for the more mature, but I don't enjoy creating that kind of content, so I probably won't. It's not like they're gonna completely demonetize all child-friendly channels either, so I still do have hope for at least turning up some kind of revenue from my channel in the future. It's just no longer the near future. And also I have no intent on making YouTube my full-time job, so that doesn't really concern me too much. But in case anything was concerning you guys, that's just something I wanted to say. Now this video is probably going way off track from what I was originally trying to do, but I just wanted to thank you guys for being patient with my situation, both on YouTube and on Instagram and on literally anything else you follow me on, because this whole university thing and the initial reasons why I took a hiatus on Instagram thing is, what was I saying again? Yeah, I just thank you guys for being patient with the entire situation, I guess. Yeah, I'm doing the best that I can with my given situation, but yeah, I don't know what else to say, but thank you for watching this video. If you did listen to my entire really rambly, unscripted info dump, I guess, thank you so much. Seriously, I love everybody who watches my videos, but especially those people who care enough to listen to what's been going on recently. You guys are the real MVPs, and I just don't even know how to thank you. So yeah, thanks for sticking around, and I hope you guys will also stick around until the next video, whenever that's gonna be. And I'll see you whenever that happens.